All right, let's talk some week ahead weather for the state of Alabama. And another quiet start. It was a chilly start. We'll look back on those morning lows from our sky watchers here. It's going to be a pretty warm, pretty dry week, really through Friday. We'll see the chance for some beneficial weekend rain, although it could come at a cost for some outdoor events. Race weekend looking wet at times. And we could even see some rain extend into next week. Let's start with this. This is back Monday morning. This is a look at our Skywatcher reports. Now, when we talk about Skywatchers, we're discussing, for those of you who do not know, these are folks that are scattered throughout Alabama. They've got weather stations, very reliable, and they're taking readings where we don't have sensors, ASOS stations. And you can see lots of 30s out there. We had some scattered frost. Typical last time that we hit the 30s is sometime in mid April, about the 15th. And this could very well be the final time that we have numbers like this until the fall. So crisp April morning across the state. All right, looking ahead to our high temperatures on Tuesday. This is a look across the state. We'll have 80s in most spots. A few high clouds moving in, and a southwesterly wind resumes. So we have a bit of a northerly breeze on Monday. But back to the typical pattern that we were in, not quite as warm as Friday by any means. And as we look ahead to Wednesday, more high cloud cover here. That'll maybe keep our temperatures in the 70s in a lot of spots. Again, no precipitation expected. UV index takes a bit of a step back here with more cloud cover around. But all in all, the forecast quiet early in the week. So the upper air look here. Once again, we begin the week with that broad troughing moving away from the East Coast, ridging extending all the way up to the upper plains, Minneapolis, Omaha, Kansas City, St. Louis, Chicago, all underneath that ridge, but you'll see a strong trough entering the western U.S. And how about this? You're going to see what we call an omega block. This is where, the jet stream is going to resemble that omega shape. So what you have here by Friday are two upper lows, one over near Winnipeg, north of Montana, North Dakota, another very strong upper low just away from Nova Scotia in the Canadian Maritimes. And you've got this weak ridging here across the southeast. And in between, you're going to have sometimes very unsettled weather with these two upper lows in these troughs. But nevertheless, it causes these lows from being able to advance further to the east. You'll see that low just spinning in place over southern Canada. For us, a couple short waves as we head into the weekend. That could bring about rain chances, will bring about rain chances. No organized upper level support, though, will likely mean no organized severe weather, though thunderstorms are certainly possible by Sunday into early next week. Again, we don't see much of a change with the troughing of the jet stream. Rather, weak ridging continues over the southeastern U.S. with a couple of short waves extending back off the southwestern United States coast, but no major changes in the forecast for us from a temperature standpoint after the early week cool snap. All right, so let's go ahead to Friday. This is the European model. We're looking at 3-hour rain totals here with our future view. And again, I think we could start to see rain as early as Friday evening. And this could be impactful for the Barron series that will be starting here on Tuesday evening and going through the weekend. But showing rain coming in Friday night into Saturday. Then another disturbance moving through here Saturday morning from the Tennessee Valley. This will work south throughout the day. Some thunder could be possible with this, and some very beneficial rain from potentially both of these rounds, though we'll have to keep an eye on if this timing holds as we are several days out. That's through Saturday evening. Most of the state trending a bit drier by nighttime, as is pretty common if we have rain during the day. So we got to switch products here. This is now going to be 6-hour totals versus 3, so the resolution not as good, but we'll go into Sunday morning. And into Sunday afternoon, it looks like the bulk of the rainfall may stay to the west, closer to the Mississippi Delta. And again, this is not the answer key, just something that we will watch moving forward. By Monday, again, we seem to have a bit of a gap in the rain, but Monday evening into Tuesday, another wave, rain, and storms could be moving through. So again, maybe unsettled next week. Again, timing uncertain, but it certainly looks like we have several rain chances beginning late week into early next week. And this will be the whole state, not just northern or northwest Alabama as it has been so often. And with that in mind, here's a look at our rain chances, potential rain totals here through early next week. You can see upwards of 1, perhaps even 2 inches in northwest Alabama. Further south you go, it becomes a bit more spotty. And again, this is not an exact science. It's looking at average totals here. But even for the Wiregrass, an area that really needs the rain, this would be great to see all the way down, half-inch plus for parts of southeast Alabama, currently in that highest end drought. You can see that here. 25% of the state, all of that is along and south of I-85, I-65, basically the entire Wiregrass region, big farming region. So we would obviously like to see some rain there, as it has been incredibly dry. Some of the areas across the Wiregrass, year to date, about the second or third driest start to the year that they've had on record. I know Dothan goes back to 1965, and the 8 inches there, just shy of 9 inches, is the third driest since they started keeping track at the Dothan Regional. So we'd certainly love to see the rain and to help rectify this ongoing drought. So our precip outlook for days 8 to 14, slightly above, not much, but it's a decent sign that we could start to see more of these systems moving through here as we move forward. And with that better rain chance comes, well, closer to average temperatures. This would take us through the first few days in May. So some positive signs there on the rain front moving forward. All right, on to some events here. We'll go to the Barons baseball forecast here. Starts Tuesday evening. First pitch at 6 o'clock. No issues there. 76 at first pitch on a Tuesday. Wednesday is a day game, a rare day game. School day, first pitch, 11 o'clock. 75 degrees and partly cloudy. Again, we'll have that high cloud cover around each day. Our winds are fairly light out of the south. Thursday, mostly sunny at first pitch, will be at 78 degrees. Friday and Saturday are the ones in question, as rain will be possible in both of those games, especially Friday evening. Saturday, again, we'll keep an eye out for that, but still a ways out. So if you're planning to head to any of these games, through Thursday we look fine. Friday night fireworks could be in jeopardy. And then we'll see about Saturday again, as that's even further off. The Talladega weekend, a lot of folks travel for this. I know I certainly did when it came, time, especially for the fall race. Our family always went to this. So for qualifying rounds, camping on Friday. Again, daytime doesn't look like an issue. It'll be Friday night into Saturday that we'll deal with the rain. So if you got a tent, you'll want to be aware of that. We have 2 races on Saturday, ARCA and O'Reilly Auto Parts Series, the first of which takes place at 11:30, the second at 3, and rain's probably going to be an issue, at least for that first race. That could push the timing back for both of those. And then for Sunday, partly cloudy to mostly cloudy skies, possibility for some isolated showers with this one, although I think Sunday's the best day for getting a race in as far as rain coverage goes. So again, we'll keep an eye on this here as we progress through the rest of your forecast. Just a reminder here, I'm going to continue looking at this, the unforgettable April 2011. Next up, we're going to take a look at the 27th, a little bit closer, but again, some of the stats that are very eye-opening. If you were part of that day, as so many were, we will take a look into that in the part 2 of the mini-series I'm doing on my YouTube channel. So let's look at your forecast for the week ahead here in Alabama. Hope all of y'all are having a good start to the week. We'll have updates as needed. Have a good one.